Hello everyone. So this is MP again. So today we going to start a automation of application. So let's start. So basically this is a window based application. So I will tell you step by step how you can automate and achieve your goals. Alright, let's get started. So firstly we have to launch the application. So as I told you, for window based application there is a function available, application, my bad, application under test dot launch. And here if you see the parameters, there are a lot of parameters, so it depends what to use when. So in this case we gonna pass a string which will be a exe path for that application. So let me find out. So this is my application. So right click in the security, you can copy the exe path and put it there. So this is what I want to tell you, like when you copy a path for the slashes, we have to put a @ sign in the beginning, or on the other hand you can also make them double, because it always it don't like the slash sign, /. So in this way it skipped that sign, so you can't define it as a string. So yeah, we have to do like that. So but I always like to put @ sign in front of the path. So let's put that and run that. Let's see how it will work. Okay, so if you see, let's see again. Yeah, it's working. Wow, very good. And I just want to tell you to use the Windows control to automate and to have that uh, user interface testing. For Windows control you need to add this namespace. Alright, so let's move forward. So now let's put a wait, because at the end window closed very fast. We just want to say playback.wait. Alright, now it will wait for 5000 milliseconds. Okay, so now you can see the login page. Alright, so it passed successfully. So now we will move forward. So here I'm not going to tell you very basic stuff, how you can what is the parents and child relationship in automation testing, because that there are a lot of other videos you can see. So here more likely I will tell you like the practical approach. So from the generate code, this is a test builder, you guys may know. So here, so what usually I do, I just move my mouse for which property I want to know, and I always press Ctrl I. So this is a shortcut to know. Otherwise you can also drag this to that control for which property you want to know. It's a kind of object spy. In UFT it called object spy. Alright, but in the coded UI it called test builder. So these are some basic things you can find out from different videos. Alright, so here you can see, and you can expand this to see the parent child relationship and structure, how it's supposed to work. So basically this is a parent window, and this is the child of that parent, and this is the child of this window parent. So basically there are two windows and one WinEdit. So what we gonna do, firstly we gonna have to add Win window. We have to make a object of the parent window. Win window, my parent login window. Oh sorry, window. So guys, a naming convention is always standardized. So I encourage you guys to put a good naming convention, because in that way you can recognize those objects very in a good manner, and it's also a good practice in any practical approach. We always give a standardized name. So I gave it a my parent login window, so it's a kind of parent of login window. So we will say new win window. So this, and then we will say my parent window dot search properties, and here you're gonna say win window. So now in the property name, so you have to decide which property you want to choose. So here I have a name. So name is a very good property to give to identify a object. If you see, when you click just dot, it will give you all the methods which are available. So there are a lot of properties which you can give, but you have to give a very unique properties, which is always a funda of doing automation. Alright, so give a form login. So this is the value which so it always good to copy value to clipboard, because what happens sometime you are having, if you see here form login and you are try to type in form login, sometime what happen, there are some more spaces in it and you miss those spaces, and due to that our identification will get fail. So it's always a good practice to copy the values to clipboard. Anyways, so let's move forward. Let's my login parents window. Let's see what we got and draw highlights. Let's run that and see if it's working, and put the playback in the last. Let's move it little further so that it always work. So run the application. So now it launched the application and is successfully highlighting the parent window. Alright, sounds good. So let's close this and move forward. So now our aim is to put some values in the login button. So what we have to see here, login name. So what happened in coded UI sometime, what from my experience, so this is as you can see, this is a WinEdit. So these WinEdits containing in some kind of window which is called a control type is window, but this control type is edit. So we always have to give this container name. So let's do that. So this is kind of, guys, this is kind of practice. Whenever you do practice, you have to go back and forth to find out like how it's working. Sometimes it's working and sometimes not. You have to figure out like why it's not working. So I mean, some of the approaches you have to, it's a kind of real-time practice. When you do by yourself, you will explore lot of things. Alright, so let's give another window, so which is a username container window actually. Alright, so it's a new window. So this is the thing. Here we wanna give the my parent here. So this you need to remember because it's a kind of hierarchical relationship. So this parents have this child, and that where it goes, if you see again, the this have this parent and this WinEdit have this TV username control type window parent. Alright, so these are some basic things. Alright, I always copy and paste is always work, guys, but you have to be little careful because we don't need to use some values over here. So here we have to change, we for the this window we used a name form login, and for the username window we gonna use control name. So that's the difference here, control name, and we gonna copy the value. Okay, so let's try to highlight what is that username window dot. You can always figure out like this. There is not a rocket science, it's very easy, guys. It's a just a technique. Alright, so this is a username window. Okay, so let's move forward. So now we have to copy this and paste it. So sometime what happened, we can do everything in a one step, and sometimes when the object is not identified, we have to try different approaches like hierarchical structure and all that. So it is all about uniqueness, and it's also depend how your developer developed the software. Sometimes he didn't give that much options. So nowadays, like developers, they are developing software according to the tester people, because it's very easy for the tester people to automate their application. Okay, let's go there. Username window. Now it's only username WinEdit. So I have to copy this username WinEdit. Okay, so this time we have to change it to WinEdit, because as you can see, the control type is edit. So it always use like win window, WinEdit, win checkbox, win radio button, that kind of stuff. Alright, so WinEdit here, WinEdit, sorry, my bad, WinEdit, and here WinEdit. So if you miss one thing, it's very hard to find out, man. It's always a mess. So now we have to, so this object will be the parent of this object. You have to keep in mind. So it always comes with the practice. So here we can say we have a control type. Oh, let's try the other way. Control name. I don't know if it's gonna work, but let's check it out, because I think the control edit will work. TV username. Okay, so let's alright, winner control name. So it always good to recheck before running. Let's check it out. So it's working, man. Very good. And I think there is another way that it will also work. Okay, got it. So it completed in 13 seconds. Let's see if we can give control type is equal to edit. So basically the hierarchy is makes your automation more faster. So it always depend like how you organize your stuff. So suppose that if you have to organize your clothes, so sometime if you just put it in a bucket and it's very hard to find it again, right? So if you properly put that in a good way in the rack, and so it is always easy to find it. So similarly that approach is also working in the automation. If you organize your code well and you are coming on the username step by step, that way we are facilitating the automation to find that object very quickly. Otherwise if you just give it, then sometime it may not find it and sometime it may find it. So it always depend, guys. So it always good to do a good practice. Okay, so let's see if this way it will work quickly. Alright, so maybe it's taking more time, look like. Oh, 1 second, we saved 1 second. So I mean, maybe this is, so you can do in both way. I think this is the way is more quicker, because in username window WinEdit is the only one which have this control type. Anyway, so now what we have to do, there is a keyboard dot send keys method to send the keys. So where we want to send, we have to tell it, okay, we wanna send to this WinEdit control. So you can only send the keys to WinEdit control, not to Win window. You have to always remember that. So what we want to say, for my application I have a username is admin. So let's see if that is working. Let's disable the username highlighter because we don't need it now. Alright, oh wow, it's working. Good. So let's move forward. So similarly we will figure out what is here in the password field. So you can also click show password, otherwise it's like you can't see the password. So if you click show password, you can always see the password very quickly. So I don't know what you want to do, but in my case let's click this as a checkbox. Its name is checkbox, password checkbox. So as I told you earlier, like we should, a good practice is if we come like hierarchically, but in this case let's try directly checkbox. So just copy. So here we can say username. So it's always good to comment what you wrote, because sometime you left the company and it's easy to find out for the other automation tester like what you really did. Username, enter username, and now we will say enter maybe check password checkbox. So this video might be little longer, but yeah, who cares? If you want to learn, like, just just see my whole videos. It's very helpful for you. I will tell you each and every technique, because you can't find like lot of help in coded UI. I did lot of research, so maybe you guys can make use of it. So let's see control type. It says control type. Okay, so here we have to check when checkbox show password. Okay, show pass check box. Okay, let's do that. Here we need to copy the checkbox first, and then what we gonna do, checkbox. So we can give the parent login window, because anyway it is present in the parent side. So, and the control type is checkbox, right? So as we know that there is no other checkbox available on this window, so we can give a checkbox. If there are a lot of checkboxes, in that case I think this checkbox property will not work. So anyway, let's check it out and make sure everything looks okay. Yeah, and you need to perform a mouse operation now. Mouse dot click. Now you have to tell it like where you will click. You will click on that control. So when you do a lot of practice, guys, it's very like fun work. Alright, okay, so it's working. So as I told you, there is only one checkbox present on that window, so it's very easy to find for the automation tool. But if you have multiple checkboxes, I am pretty sure it's not gonna work. But anyway, it fulfilled our purpose now. So let's move forward. Check password check box, and then now we gonna enter password. Okay, now we can delete it, and this we don't need it now. So let's see what is the property says. So similarly, there is a property window type, and then there is a WinEdit. So our old code will work here. So let's copy this whole code. We gonna change the names according to our need. So firstly we will say, instead of name, we will say password WINDOW. Yeah, sorry guys if the spellings typo. Okay, let's change this one. my parent window login will be there, that's okay. And for this one we have control name, which is password. Okay, for the WinEdit, control type username, let's use the password, just use password, copy paste, and we have to give the password parent. So I don't recommended you to do a copy paste like me, because I did a lot of practice, I did a lot of copy paste. So for the good practice, you should write the whole code by yourself, and slowly, gradually, when you know how to write it, and then you may know, like, okay, it's a good time to copy paste. Alright guys, so let's move forward with edit, control type edit, password. Now we have to similarly send the password. So let me tell you one secret thing. I put it password as admin. So now you can access to my account. Oh my god. Alright, anyways, you will not find anything. Alright, let's go and run it, see how it works. It's working, very good. Alright, so I think till now it's working, and now we have to click the login button, so which is a very easy game for here, because we don't have any button here. So you can basically don't need to put the window and then what it says, it's a client panel. But why it's client? Maybe in the application it's a kind of image. Anyways, so when you have lot of images and developer, they didn't give you that much access of the properties, it's very hard to figure out like what should you do. Anyway, in this case it's very easy. Win client, and let's do the copy paste, guys. It's more convenient and time saving. WinEdit, it's a login button. So you have to copy paste win client. So you have to change here too, and this you need a parent window. So parent will be always same. So suppose that for these all controls, the parent window is this whole window. So the same approach is you can work in the same approach will be applied in the browser based windows. Anyway, we will get there soon. So this is having a control name property. Control name is panel login. Okay. So right now we need to perform a operation mouse dot click. So let's do that, and now we have to define on which control you want to click. You can click on this control. Alright, let's see. Is it working? Look like no. What happened? So these are some good control not found exception to playback find within the given properties. So it's saying like it could not able to find it. Did we write everything correctly? Name. Okay, so control name is kind of not working. Let's try control type, because there is no client on the window side. I think in the window parent there is no client. Let's try that. Otherwise we have to make a parent of that button. Look like it's also not working. Oh, what? But how come? Yeah, it didn't log in and it's saying it logged in. So guys, something is wrong here. So maybe we need to make a window, parent window. Let's try that. So as I told you, I am also doing this first time, so it's a kind of trial and error for me as well. It's not like I prepared this before I'm putting this video. So let's do that. Win window. Sorry guys, the video is getting longer, but it's not in my control now. And anyway, I'm new to this YouTube section, so it's a win window. So it's kind of login button. I would say login window. Login window. Okay, alright. Control. Now we will say control name here. Control name. And for your information, I just returned from my work and just feeling some tired. My mind is also not working properly. It always happens. Alright, so it's a login window, tick. So now let's make it as a parent. Yeah, I have a doubt if still it will work, because never know. Alright, now it worked. See guys, I told you have to try like different approaches, and in the last you will be succeeded. So this video becomes so longer, which I don't want to, but what I can do. Anyway, so good luck guys. So yeah, let's go back to the so we will meet you again, and I will come here with another video. So till then, bye bye.